Check 1, 2. Check, check. 1 and 2. Check. 1, 2. and we're coming to you live from the McPherson Academic and Athletic Complex here on the beautiful campus of the University of Mount Union. You are tuned into Mount Union Purple Raider women's basketball here on the live stream today. Got a great matchup for you here on Senior Day as your Mount Union Purple Raiders play host to the Heidelberg Student Princes. My name is Jacob Atara alongside here. Up with me in the bleachers is my man BK, Brennan Kearns, and we're going to get right into it. First, taking a look at the visiting Student Princes. Heidelberg comes into today's matchup 4-18 overall, 1-14 in OAC play. They're coming off a 66-53 loss to the Capital Comets, or Morgan Altenberger. She led the way with 20 points and 11 rebounds. Chloe Gilbert added 11 points. Cheyenne Bean added 10 points and 8 rebounds off the bench. The team was outscored 31-19 in the second half, leading to their 13-point defeat. BK, what are we looking for here today from Heidelberg?
Heidelberg, low-scoring offense, so they're going to need to play some strong defense to limit Mount Union in this one, limit them from taking the three ball, and stop Elizabeth Mason down low, 26 points the other night. So they're going to need Morgan Altenberger to step up here, Chloe Gilbert, some of their top scorers, if they want to stay in this one. Currently not doing very well in the OAC, so they'll look to do that. Well, turnover-happy team, so Mount Union going to be looking to force the issue on Heidelberg today defensively.
Without a doubt, and now taking a look here at your Mount Union Purple Raiders. The Purple Raiders are 8-14 overall, 5-10 in OAC play. They're coming off a 63-58 win over the John Carroll Blue Streaks, a big matchup there. Elizabeth Mason had led the way with a career-high 26 points and 9 rebounds. Lily Sweeney, a career-high 12 points as well, as they outscored JCU 43-30 in the second half to snap their 6-game losing streak. What are we looking for here today from Mount Union, BK?
Well, they're going to keep feeding the high hand, and Elizabeth Mason, she's been doing really well. This team's kind of been facing a little bit of sickness, so we might be out some players today, and we'll see which one of them is available tonight, but nonetheless, this should be an easy matchup for the Purple Raiders. They have a lot of size, very strong defensive team. They force a lot of turnovers as is, and Heidelberg tends to lose track of the ball a few times a game. So going to be a strong suit for Susie Vanette in this Purple Raider defense today, but they're going to look down low to Elizabeth Mason and see what they can do and produce through Day Nash today.
Without a doubt. Like how we mentioned, though, here at the top of the broadcast, it is Senior Day here at the University of Mount Union. Here on this Purple Raider women's basketball squad, a very young team, but one senior leader is who we will be honoring today, and that is indeed Lily Sweeney. So right here walking out with her mother and father, Lily Sweeney is a senior from Sylvania Northview High School in Sylvania, Ohio. Lily's a psychology and sport business double major, the daughter of Christopher and Jackie Sweeney, and Lily's definitely been one of those constant leaders here for this Mount Union squad all throughout her Mount Union Purple Raider career. 51 games played for Lily Sweeney throughout her career. She scored a total of 102 points, knocked down 24 threes in the process, and like how we mentioned, she's coming off a career night where she led the way with a career-high 12 points for the Purple Raiders, countering right there with Elizabeth Mason's 26. So Lily Sweeney, she's really having a strong end to her Mount Union career. Can't thank her enough for all that she's done for this women's basketball program as well.
And like you said, just a dynamic shooter and a really big part of the puzzle of this basketball team, and done really great all year. And we'll get to highlight her tonight, celebrate her tonight as she plays what is her final home game in Alliance.
Yeah, great presence Lily Sweeney has been. Like I mentioned, very young Mount Union basketball squad. Whenever you have that senior leadership, it pays dividends. Lily has been here since the 2019-2020 season. She took a year off from 2021 to 2022, came back though in the 2022-23 season. This year though, she's averaging 3.2 points per game in those 22 contests that she's participated in, and she's definitely, like how BK mentioned, really been a dynamic three-point shooter for this squad as well. So congratulations to Lily Sweeney and her family really on a great Mount Union career, and we will be honoring her all throughout the day here on the women's basketball live stream. But we're going to take a short break here for the national anthem. We'll be back with starting lineups here momentarily between Mount Union and Heidelberg. back here on the women's basketball live stream, getting you ready for today's matchup between the Heidelberg Student Princes and your Mount Union Purple Raiders. First, let's take a look at the starting lineups for the visiting Student Princes. They are led by fourth-year head coach Rachel Mees, and their starting lineup consists of the sophomore guard from Orrville High School, Worcester, Ohio, number 3, Amari Slaughter. The junior guard from Milford High School in Highland, Michigan, number 13, Chloe Gilbert. The junior forward from Centerville High School, Centerville, Ohio, number 15, Ashley Ballard. The junior guard from Southeast High School in nearby Ravenna, Ohio, number 21, Emma Keto. The junior forward from Marietta High School, Marietta, Ohio, number 23, Morgan Altenberger. And now taking a look at the starting lineup here for your Mount Union Purple Raiders. They, as always, are led by head coach Susie Vanette. Their starting lineup consists of the junior guard from Akron-Bucknell High School, Akron, Ohio, number 0, Day-Day Nash. The freshman guard from Tuscarora Central Catholic High School, New Philadelphia, Ohio, number 3, Reese Triplett. The sophomore forward from Harrison Central High School, Cadiz, Ohio, number 12, Michaela Dunkel. The senior guard from Sylvania Northview High School in Sylvania, Ohio, number 22, Lily Sweeney. And lastly, rounding out that starting 5 is the local product from right here in Alliance, Ohio, coming off their career high 26 points, Marlington High School, number 33, Elizabeth Mason.
And she's coming off one heck of a night, and the freshman been leading a lot of big ways. I'm very excited to see what her future brings here to this Purple Raider basketball program. Looks like Allie Hudick is out tonight. Premier scorer. We talked about the sickness that was running around this program a little rampantly, and not a good time of year to hit, but always have to be conscious of it. So we will see a good matchup here. Heidelberg and Mount Union. Lily Sweeney, the senior, will get the start.
And we love to see it there for Lily Sweeney. And big game here for the Mount Union Purple Raider women's basketball team as well. They are currently just a game out of that 6th and final spot in the OAC tournament with just 3 games left for them to play. So very much up for grabs. If they win today, they would move to 6-10 in the conference and then definitely have a shot at that 6th seed. They do play Otterbein, who currently holds that 6th seed, in their final game of the season next Saturday. So very much at stake. Mount Union wins the opening tip, and right off the bat, Day-Day Nash to the rim for 2. So off the inbound here, Mount Union does come out in the press. Heidelberg breaks it easily, though. Down low inside, an easy bucket right there for Morgan Altenberger to get the scoring going for Heidelberg. So we're all tied up at 2 here. Just about 30 seconds into this one. Day-Day Nash now will step in 2 of 3 at the other end. That's no good. Offensive board, though, and put back from Michaela Dunkel.
The Purple Raiders going to start in this press, see if they can start that turnover chain early. And they will.
Heidelberg broke the press the first time, but the second time the Raiders force a turnover and get the ball right back. So a very fast start to this game. Already 4-2 Mount Union. Not even a minute into this one. And Reese Triplett will have it. She'll give it over to Day-Day Nash here. Nash swings it over to Lily Sweeney. Sweeney puts it on the floor, swings it up top, back to Day-Day. Now around here to Triplett. They go to Elizabeth Mason, who will drive baseline here now. Mason's cut off, though, gives it over here to Dunkel. Cross-court pass to a wide-open Day-Day Nash for 3, and it's nothing but net.
And that first one she shot barely rimmed out, and make sure that one buries the bottom of the net.
So Day-Day's got a quick 5 points now. It's 7-2 Mount Union. Elizabeth Mason comes up with the steal here. Another Heidelberg turnover, but it's a jump ball. Possession arrow is going to go right back to the Student Princes.
I mean, that's all you want to do is force turnovers, make them hurry up, disrupt their offense in every way you possibly can with that press.
So Heidelberg will get set to inbound again. The Student Princes 4-18 overall in the year, 1-14 in OAC play. Been playing better as of late, though. So definitely looking to pick up their second OAC win here tonight. As Morgan Altenberger once again down low inside to the rim for 2. 7-4 Mount Union here as Dunkel gives it over to Mason in the high post. Elizabeth Mason drives right to the rim for 2. So now 9-4 Purple Raiders. They continue the press here, nearly get another steal. Out of bounds, let's say last off Elizabeth Mason. It will remain Heidelberg basketball.
Yeah, sketchy call there. I mean, had it in both her hands. It gets knocked out of bounds, somehow off her, but back to Heidelberg ball.
So Student Princes pushing the pace here. It's a layup and a nice drive and take right there from Chloe Gilbert for 2.
I got to be stronger in the paint off that press.
Dunkel now drives to the rim, has it blocked right there out of bounds off Ashley Ballard. It will remain Mount Union basketball.
That one looked like it kind of came off Dunkel after the block. Lucky to retain possession there.
As Alicia Carter checks in here for the Student Princes. Lily Sweeney now gives over to Triplett, now over to Day-Day Nash. Nash up top, Michaela Dunkel. Dunkel now with about 12 on the shot clock, decides to put it on the floor here, swings it over to her teammate Elizabeth Mason. Mason now up top to Day-Day Nash. Nash looking to drive into the paint, goes to the rim for two, couldn't get it to go. Rebound to Heidelberg. So Chloe Gilbert now with it, tries to feed it over to Carter, but that's too high. Out of bounds, it's Mount Union ball.
And I could keep continuing to press that issue and get turnovers in rampant numbers because this Mount Union team already does a really good job of it. Heidelberg struggles to take care of it, so they're going to look to see how many points in transition and off turnovers they can produce.
Lily Sweeney fires up a jumper off the Michaela Dunkel screen, partially blocked though, and the Student Princes will come the other way with it. Altenberger now drives into the paint, draws a crowd, still goes up with the shot, couldn't get it to go, rebound to Dunkel. So Day-Day pushes the pace now, swings it over here to Lily Sweeney, down low inside Elizabeth Mason. Mason up top here, Reese Triplett, back around now to Day-Day Nash. Nash gives it back up here to Lily Sweeney, now over to Reese Triplett, 15 on the shot clock. Great entry pass to Michaela Dunkel. She lost the handle, it's a turnover here. Coming the other way, it's Chloe Gilbert to the rim for two. She gets it to go, and one opportunity upcoming here for Gilbert.
And just need better transition defense coming back. Kind of slow rotations on their end defensively. And we will see a large rotation of subs coming in for this starting five.
As it'll be Haley Haywood, Grace Wolf, Alexa Cadillac, and Addison Mookshee checking in here now for Mount Union. Jewel Persinger checking in here for the Student Princes. Chloe Gilbert cannot hit from the free throw line, so it'll remain 9-8 Mountain Union. Student Princes 4 for 5 to start the game, though. So Mookshee now with it. They're swinging around cross court here now to Cadillac. Cadillac thought about the three, now gives it up here to Wolf. Back around here, Addie Mookshee. Mookshee gives it back up here to Haley Haywood with 8 on the shot clock, and she'll swing it right back to Mookshee. Mookshee puts it on the floor, looks to drive with the spin move, goes up with the shot, can't get it to go. Offensive board though, Haley Haywood. Around the perimeter the Raiders go with their second opportunity here on this possession. Down low inside, Haley Haywood couldn't get the shot to go. Rebound to the Student Princes. Heidelberg on the break, cross court over to Altenberger for the three. That's no good. Fight for the board. Student Princes will come up with it. Back into the hands of Altenberger here. She drives, goes to the rim for two, and draws the whistle. The foul there is going to go on Grace Wolf. Her first, team second. Morgan Altenberger to the line for two.
Yeah, got to limit offensive rebounds, second chance points, especially in a game that you want to grind a big lead into. Not something you want to be giving up, but nonetheless, Altenberger going to the line for two free ones.
So Morgan Altenberger here, coming off a 20-point performance, can't hit the first. So score remains 9-8. Now second one upcoming here for Altenberger. And that one rims out as well. So Student Princes 0 for 3 from the line to start the game here. As Addison Mookshee with it now. Raiders holding on to that 1-point advantage. Gives it over here to Haley Haywood. Haywood swings it back up top to Cadillac. Cadillac puts it on the floor, kicks it over to Mookshee. Mookshee now with 10 on the shot clock, drives, kicks it out to Elizabeth Mason. She'll pump fake. She looks to drive now, goes up with the shot, had it blocked from behind. Out of bounds, last off the Student Princes. Mount Union ball here with 3 on the shot clock.
I think she went to save that and realized it was out of bounds a little too quickly. It'll retain Mount Union basketball. Nonetheless, though, Audrey Livesay checks in the game for Grace Wolf.
So Cadillac will inbound it. Gets it out to Mookshee. Needs to get a shot up here quickly. 1 second, and I don't think the Raiders got it off in time, because that's going to be a shot clock violation. Haley Haywood just a little bit off there on the timing.
Yeah, probably Addison Mookshee probably should have shot that one coming off the inbounds play, but we'll see this press again from the Purple Raiders, and we'll see if they can force some quick ones here. This is how you build up a lead, start forcing some turnovers, disrupting some offense.
As Sierra Schlosser into the game for Mount Union for the first time today. Cheyenne Bean is in for Heidelberg. Around here now, Alicia Carter. Swing the ball back around here to Amari Slaughter. Slaughter puts it on the floor, looks to drive. Kicks it out to Altenberger, right back to Slaughter for the three. Nothing but net. It's 11-9 Student Princes. So Addie Mucci now with it. She'll look to drive. Backs off, kicks it over to Livesay. Up top, high post, Sierra Schlosser. Schlosser looking where to go with it. Swings out to Haywood. She steps into a three. That's no good. A rebound to the Student Princes. Heidelberg now on the break. It's a drive and a shot. It's no good right there. But Cheyenne Bean comes up with the offensive rebound. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound to Cadillac. Mucci now pushing the pace. A great pass to Haley Haywood to the rim for two.
Great find to find the box runner. Got to keep pressing the issue here on this press.
Without a doubt here as we are all tied at 11. It's been a good one here so far in the first 6 minutes of this one. Three ball fired up once again by Slaughter. The bank is open. Slaughter banks it in for three. So 14-11 Heidelberg here now as Addie Mucci will look to drive. She steps back now to the three-point line, swings the ball around the perimeter. Down low inside they go to Livesay. Couldn't corral it cleanly though. Taken away by the Student Princes. Alicia Carter now will swing it up top to Persinger. Persinger around the perimeter, gives it back over here to Slaughter, who's got the hot hand right now. Slaughter drives into the paint, kicks over to Cheyenne Bean for two, and it's 16-11 Heidelberg.
Mount Union's offense needs to get going here. Has not been a strong shooting performance so far, 38% from the floor.
Mucci will give it up top here to Livesay as the Raiders do indeed look to get something going on offense. Mucci now will drive into the paint, goes up with the shot, gets the friendly bounce off the rim, and we've got a whistle and a timeout by Rachel Mees here. Student Princes off to a fast start. They're shooting 63% from the floor, and they currently lead over Mount Union 16-13.
I believe Dana Nash, Reese Triplett, and Tess Conroy will check back in for the Purple Raiders. You got to keep this press alive, so a lot of sub action here early to keep them at bay in terms of stamina. Long game, 3:15 left to play in the first half, 13-16. Heidelberg Student Knights lead. And been an interesting one so far. Not a lot of threes shot so far, just kind of a lot of threes shot so far. 3 for each team, 2 for 3 for the Student Knights, 1 for 3 for your Purple Raiders. And we'll look to see a little bit more offense here coming up in this later stretch.
We'll see here what both teams drop out of the timeout. Ashley Ballard checks back in here now for Heidelberg as well out of the break. And Ballard right on cue has the ball here for the Student Princes. Tries to get it cross court, but Tess Conroy right in the passing lane comes up with the steal and goes to the rim on the fast break. So nice heads-up play there by Conroy, and it's now just a one-point Heidelberg lead. We've got a whistle. Back-to-back turnovers out of the timeout for the Student Princes. Cheyenne Bean called for the travel of Mount Union basketball.
And that could be a huge momentum play from Tess Conroy there. Get this Mount Union offense rolling, get their defense rolling as well, keep this press on intact, and they will start scoring a lot more points here coming down this second quarter stretch.
Now Sierra Schlosser with it. Up top, gives it over to Dayday Nash. Nash steps back into a wide-open three. That's too strong. A rebound to the Student Princes, but out of their hands, into the hands now of Reese Triplett. Around the perimeter they go here. Dayday Nash now she'll swing it cross court to Triplett for the three, in and out, no good. Rebound though, Dayday Nash, a third opportunity for Mount Union. As Conroy drives, great pass down low inside to Schlosser. Extra pass to a wide open Dayday Nash for three. He couldn't hit it. Offensive board to Schlosser, and on the fourth shot attempt of the possession, Schlosser draws the foul and is heading to the line for two.
Yeah, and couldn't get one to drop. Way to get to the line by Sierra Schlosser there, but great team ball movement. Looked gorgeous there on the offensive play. Much less stagnant play. Really great passes, finding the open feed. Some great three-pointers put up. Just couldn't get the buckets going. Nonetheless, at the line for two.
So Sierra Schlosser, 2 free throws here. First one's up, and that one's no good. So it remains 16-15 here in favor of the Student Princes as Chloe Gilbert checks back in for Heidelberg. Second one is up and good. We're all tied up at 16 here now. So Emma Keto with it. She'll be defended closely here by Schlosser. Swings it over in the corner to Slaughter. She steps into another three. This time it's no good. Offensive rebound, Cheyenne Bean, and she's going to draw the whistle. Foul here is going to go on Reese Triplett, her first, team's third. We'll see if they got her on a shooting foul, though.
Looks like they will. Kind of interesting. Caught her on the body before she went up, and I thought the shot was blocked. Tough call there against Triplett.
So Cheyenne Bean will indeed be heading to the line for two as Dunkel and Mason check back in here for Mount Union. First free throw is up and good for Cheyenne Bean. It's 17-16 now, Student Princes.
She's at the line tonight to maybe make the Heidelberg go 2 for 5, and she does. 2 for 5 from the free throw line for your Student Knights.
So it's 18-16 now, Heidelberg here with 2:10 left to go in this first quarter. Day Nash will hand it off here up top, Tess Conroy. Conroy steps into a three. That one's no good. Fight for the board. Out of bounds, let's say last off Elizabeth Mason. It's Heidelberg basketball.
Mount Union struggling to shoot the triple early. Just 1 of 6.
Emma Keto gives it over here to Ashley Ballard. Right back to Keto. Heidelberg still shooting very hot from the floor, 58% to start here in this first quarter. Emma Keto now will look to drive here on Day Nash. Cut off baseline though. Now swings it up top to Slaughter. Slaughter with 7 on the shot clock. Lost the handle. And a charging foul is going to be called. Day Nash drew another one. And the ball goes back here now to Mount Union.
Great defensive strategy there. Day Nash, we've seen her take a couple of charges this year and using the smaller frame to draw the fouls. And I've always said charges are huge momentum plays, and this could be a really big one to end this minute 34 we got left in the first quarter. Maybe give the Purple Raiders a lead.
So Alicia Carter back in here for the Student Princes, and for Mount Union, Lily Sweeney checks back into the ball game. Sweeney up top, gives it over here to Elizabeth Mason. Now back around here to Day Nash. Nash swings it over to Sweeney. She'll step into the open three. That's no good. Fight for the board. It's into the hands of Reese Triplett. Another possession here for Mount Union. Day will have it on the perimeter. She's going to dribble out some clock. 12 on the shot clock here, though. Sweeney puts it on the floor. Now tries to swing it over to Elizabeth Mason. Too wide, though. Out of bounds. It's going to be Heidelberg basketball.
Correction on the stat. I believe Mount Union is now 1 for 8 from the three-point line.
Around the perimeter they go now. Emma Keto looking to build that Student Prince lead back out to 4. Couldn't get the shot to go, and a rebound to Mount Union.
Really strong defense from the Purple Raiders.
Lily Sweeney now with it up top. Michaela Dunkel. Dunkel down low inside. Elizabeth Mason drives to the paint for 2 to tie things up at 18.
Such a strong finisher down low.
Now we got about a 5-second difference between shot clock and game clock as Morgan Altenberger gets it in the paint. She kicks it out here to Ashley Ballard. Ballard looks to grab. We've got a whistle. This time a reach-in foul is going to be called on Day Nash. It's going to be her first, team's 4th.
Maybe on Lily Sweeney. I don't know about Day Nash on that one, but tough call there against number 0 for the Purple Raiders.
Morgan Altenberger now will kick it out to Chloe Gilbert. About now a 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. As firing up a 3, here's Emma Keto, can't get it to go. Out of bounds, last off Michaela Dunkel. Ball will remain here with the Student Princes with the shot clock turned off. So 13.3 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. Very competitive so far here tonight. So Emma Keto will look to drive here with 4 on the game clock. Looks to drive, goes up with the shot. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound Dunkel, and that's how the first quarter will end. All tied up at 18 here at the MAC between your Mount Union Purple Raiders and the Heidelberg Student Princes. BK, your thoughts on that first quarter?
I thought it was a really solid defensive first quarter from both squads. One thing that we can look to see is a little bit more fast-paced offense. I think both of these teams are going to start looking to turn steals and turnovers into offensive points. Transition's kind of been slow. Let's see a little bit more trap out of this Mount Union press. They're kind of just, keeping them fast, not really trapping or trying to go for steals, trying to speed up this Heidelberg offense, which is a great strategy. But I think they're prone to these turnovers, and I think we'll start seeing a little bit more press from Mount Union as we dive deeper into this game. However, just kind of a slow start offensively, and they're going to pick it up. They're getting some really, really good shots down the stretch. They're going to start getting to the free throw line, start seeing some buckets go in. Shots will start falling. Tie ball game here after one, and we are in for a good one if the game keeps going at the pace that it is.
Without a doubt, with this stoppage in play too, we'll take a look at the score from the men's side of things. They too are currently tied right now at 14 with 12-16 left to go in the first half there. Men's basketball team playing for a lot at stake as well, trying to keep their NCAA tournament hopes alive as well as getting some momentum going into the OAC tournament. Marcus Steele has a game-high 7 points for the Purple Raiders so far, as they actually now take a 16-14 lead right as we give the score update.
Colin Gurley might be feeling a little sick. Oh, sorry, that's Dante Collier. I was looking at the wrong name there. I was wondering why Colin Gurley wasn't playing much, but wrong name, folks.
As out of the stoppage in play, Mount Union has the possession here. Day Nash gets hit in the face, but appears to be okay as Reese Triplett goes up with the shot, can't get it to go. Offensive board to Michaela Dunkel, couldn't get the shot to go, but she draws the whistle, heading to the line now for 2.
And she's having a big game on the boards. That's Mount Union's 7th offensive rebound, and they can keep that up, keep giving themselves extra shots. Certainly helping this one.
So Ashley Ballard gets called for the foul there. Dunkel's first free throw is up, no good. So it remains tied up at 18 here. Dunkel's second free throw now, that's no good as well. So the Purple Raiders 1 for 4 to start the game from the line. Still tied at 18. The drive here for the Student Princes now around the perimeter to Morgan Altenberger. A nice strong take, couldn't get the layup to go. Rebound to Triplett. Day Nash now weaving her way through the defense, gives it over to Michaela Dunkel in transition, couldn't get the layup to go, grabbed her on miss though, tips it out to Lily Sweeney for the 3. Sweeney from the top of the key from downtown.
And she's starting her senior night. Hopefully we'll get some more threes coming from her later on in the stretch.
So Lily Sweeney makes it 21-18 Mount Union. As around the perimeter, the Student Princes go here now. Emma Keto drives her way into the paint, goes up with the shot, and gets the shot to go. Now 1 point Mount Union lead, 21-20. Nash takes a screen from Dunkel, now looks to drive, goes up with the shot, can't get it to go. Fight for the board, out of bounds. We'll see last off the Student Princes, it's Mount Union basketball.
And Michaela Dunkel doing a heck of a job down there fighting for rebounds, just forced out of bounds and will stay Mount Union basketball. I think she's got 3 or 4 offensive rebounds in this one.
Yeah, you'd be correct with the 3 offensive rebounds here for Dunkel, 6 already tonight. She's also got 4 assists, so great performance so far from Michaela Dunkel. As Lily Sweeney now gives it over here, Elizabeth Mason. Mason cross court over to Addie Mucci. Mucci with 5 on the shot clock, kicks it over to Elizabeth Mason. Need to get a shot up here with 2 on the shot clock. Draws a crowd, tries to feed it down low inside, but a shot clock violation. Ball going back here to the Student Princes.
Yeah, just got to be aware, at least get one up. You know, you're 4 or 5 feet from the basket, a little contested, but try to get one to the rim there.
So Chloe Gilbert now will bring it up the floor. Gilbert will look to drive here on Haley Haywood. Now we'll kick it out, down low inside to Cheyenne Bean. Now out to Gilbert, she pump fakes, looks to drive, try to get it to Bean. In between her legs though right there, and out into the hands of Alicia Carter. Carter with 10 on the shot clock. We'll give it back here to Gilbert. Gilbert looks to drive on Hayward, goes up with the layup, gets it to go. Student Princes regain the lead. Back and forth they go as Addie Mucci up top. Michaela Dunkel now down low inside to Elizabeth Mason. Mason will kick it out here to Lily Sweeney, now out to Mucci. Mucci, she steps into a 3. That's no good. Elizabeth Mason though with the offensive rebound and the putback for the Purple Raiders.
So strong on both sides. She can finish from anywhere, and that's what makes her so lethal inside.
23-22 now Mount Union as Chloe Gilbert down low inside. Cheyenne Bean, she goes up with the shot. It's going to draw the whistle. Foul there is going to go on Michaela Dunkel. That's going to be her first, team's first.
I don't know about that one. A catch 1-2, travel before the foul. But nonetheless, foul called. Cheyenne Bean will go to the line for the third time tonight.
So Audrey Livesay will check back in here for Mount Union as Bean can't get the first to go. And Amari Slaughter will check in here for Heidelberg as well. Second free throw for Bean is good. We're all tied up at 23. So Addie Mucci walks it up here for Mount Union. She swings it over to Haley Haywood. Haywood now looking where to go with it. Will swing it up top to Lily Sweeney, now around here to Mucci. Mucci now swings it cross court. Lily Sweeney. Sweeney with 10 on the shot clock. Will give it back over here to Haywood. Now with 8 on the shot clock, Elizabeth Mason puts it on the floor, drives, goes up with the mid-range, couldn't quite get it to go. Rebound Student Princess. Chloe Gilbert now with it. She'll look to drive. Stripped from behind by Addie Mucci, but Mucci's going to get called for the foul here. That's going to be her first, team's second.
Yeah, just can't find not a lot of pickups coming in this zone, stopping the ball, and that's something that they need to do here in transition. Stop the ball. They're getting a lot of easy access points to this zone inside, and that's something that you do not want to happen when you're running a zone to try to stop them from the paint.
Jewel Persinger in the game here now for Heidelberg. Sierra Schlosser back in for Mount Union. Cheyenne Bean now backing down Audrey Livesay. Goes up with the shot. And Audrey's going to get called for the foul here. That's going to be her first, team's third. Cheyenne Bean back to the line for 2 more.
Yeah, tough call against Livesay there. Both arms up. Just got it with the body. And referee made the call. That will be her first. And Heidelberg with the tie ball game chance here to go up 2.
So Cheyenne Bean, she's 3 for 4 from the line so far here today. Make it 4 for 5. 24-23 Heidelberg. One more here for Cheyenne Bean. That one's up. That one's no good. Rebound to Schlosser. So Raiders down by 1 here now. 6:39 left to go in this first half. It's Addie Mucci. Give it up here to the senior Lily Sweeney. Sweeney now around the perimeter, gives it up. Haley Haywood back over here now to Sweeney. Sweeney looking where to go with it. Will swing it up top to Schlosser. 10 on the shot clock now as Audrey Livesay. Swing it cross court over to Haley Haywood. She looks to drive, goes up with the layup and gets it to go. A nice take from Haley Haywood.
Took a lot of poise to finish that one off the backboard.
The Raiders coming out in that press. They're going to force the turnover in the backcourt. Sierra Schlosser now has it down low inside. She goes up with the shot. Couldn't get it to go. Grabbed her own miss though, and Sierra Schlosser once again is heading to the line here for 2. As that fouls on Ashley Ballard.
That'll be the Purple Raiders' 10th offensive rebound of the night. Really doing well on those offensive rebounds, and if they keep that up, Heidelberg will struggle to stay in this one. They'll eventually start climbing in points. So they can showcase how well they can press here and keep causing turnovers.
So Mount Union is doubling up Heidelberg right now in rebounds. 18 rebounds for Mount Union, just 9 for the Student Princesses. Heidelberg will take a timeout. And like how BK mentioned, 10 offensive rebounds now for the Purple Raiders. They got more offensive rebounds than they do defensive rebounds here today. The Raiders have been very active on the glass.
And that's helping them stay in this game, holding the lead right now. Potentially a 2-point lead after this free throw, and they need to keep this up. One thing we'd love to see from this Purple Raider team is the gas pedal. Start really activating that press, keep the traps going, causing turnovers. They're going to start hitting shots if they keep offensive rebounding the way they are. This game is surely theirs. Nonetheless, though, a lot of game left to be played. A lot of plays left to be made and mistakes left to be made. So 6 minutes left here in the second quarter on the dot. Sierra Schlosser at the line for one more.
So Schlosser will look to give Mount Union a 2-point lead here out of the timeout. Can't hit the free throw. The Raiders struggling from the free throw line. They are 1 for 6 from the line today. Amari Slaughter now will give it over here to Altenberger. Altenberger will swing it back here to Emma Keto. Keto will look to drive. Down low inside to an open Cheyenne Bean, and Bean once again is going to draw the foul. This time it's going to go on Addison Mucci. Her second, team's fourth. Bean back to the line for her 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the first half.
Yeah, she's been active at the free throw line tonight. Tough call against Mucci there. I think she had a really great rotation down low. Got the block. Referee from bad angle and calls the foul. She will see her 7th and 8th free throws tonight. Cheyenne Bean at the line.
So Bean's first free throw is up and good. All tied up at 25. Second one here for Cheyenne Bean is no good. So we will remain tied up at 25. Now Elizabeth Mason will have it here. She'll swing it around here to Haley Haywood. Haywood up top. Day Nash now over here to Dunkel. Dunkel looking to direct traffic. Wants to feed it down to Elizabeth Mason. Tried to get it to her, but just out of her reach, out of bounds. It's going to go back to Heidelberg.
We'll see this press again here from the Purple Raiders. No trap. Looks like a solid man-to-man.
And so Morgan Altenberger weaves her way through that trap, but Alexa Cadillac got in the passing lane and gets the steal. Cadillac now in transition, gives over to Haley Haywood for the three. That's no good, and a rebound to the Student Princes. Amari Slaughter now will give it up here. Emma Keto down low inside Cheyenne Bean. To the rim for two, can't get it to go. And a rebound here to Mount Union. Day now will look to push the pace. She goes up with the scoop layup, gets it to go for two.
She's been really good at finding that little window on the left side there. Uses her frame, creates such an easy basket for her.
So Day now with 7 points. We've got a whistle, and it's going to be another foul going on Mount Union. I believe Haley Haywood will get whistled for the foul. Her first penalty situation is going to send Jewel Persinger to the line for two.
And you know, when you're running a press and playing a lot of fast pace, you got to expect some fouls to come along the way. You're going to make mistakes moving at full speed or trying to make somebody make mistakes, or you make the mistake going for a steal, whatever it may be. So just got to stay poised and conscious of how many fouls you got. And don't want to be too prominent at giving Heidelberg free points for the next 4:45 to play.
So Persinger will go 1 for 2 from the line. Mount Union will hang on to a 1-point lead here, 27-26. Nash over to Alexa Cadillac. She steps into the open three. That's too strong, no good. Tipped out into the hands of Persinger. Heidelberg looking to regain the lead here now. Might have gotten away with a carry over there. And now a drive here by Emma Keto. She gets to the rim for two. Can't get it to go. Rebound Elizabeth Mason. Mason now brings it up the floor. Looks to drive into the paint. Tries to feed it down low inside to Dunkel. Into a crowd, though. It's taken away by the Student Princes. A jump ball. Possession arrow is in favor of Heidelberg.
And I like that aggressiveness there from Mason. I don't think she does it enough. Just full one-on-one take. You know, didn't go her way there, but all in all, she's hitting that 8 out of 10 times and making a play. So love the aggression.
So Keto now with it. She'll give it over here to Persinger. Now over up top to Altenberger. Around the perimeter to Slaughter for the three. That's no good. Offensive board, Cheyenne Bean. Bean out up top to Altenberger. She'll step into a three. That's no good. Fight for the board once again. This time it's going to go out of bounds into the Mount Union bench. It's going to be Purple Raider basketball.
And you know, that's a great strategy there from Susie Vanette. Make these girls from Heidelberg shoot the three. Not the strongest three-point shooting team in the OAC, so something they might look to take advantage of. Abby Muckleroy will check in.
As Muckleroy, along with Lily Sweeney and Sierra Schlosser back in here now for the Purple Raiders. 3:54 left to go in the first half. 27-26 Mount Union. Sweeney will have it. Wants to feed it up top to Schlosser, and she does. Now she swings it around here to Day Nash. Nash will look to drive here once again. Goes up with the layup. Gets it to go. Day-Day's got a game-high 9 points now. It's 29-26.
Really good, quick first step. Way to get down to the hole.
It's at the other end. It's Cheyenne Bean. Thought about going up with the shot. Oh, they're going to call a foul here on the Purple Raiders.
Absolutely.
It's going to be on Day. It's going to be her second. Send Cheyenne Bean back to the line for two more.
That's something we talked about. Day came flying in, and you know she had the help, and Sierra Schlosser down there to help her contest that layup. Just came in flying, took out her under half, and she will take a seat with 2 fouls here with 3:28 to play in the second quarter. 29-26, Mount Union leads. However, Heidelberg at the line for 2.
And Bean can't get the first to go.
Cheyenne Bean been living at the free throw line in the first half.
She's now 5 for 9 from the free throw line. Here's her 10th free throw attempt of the half. That one's no good, so we'll remain 29-26. So Addison Mucci now with it. Around the perimeter to Reese Triplett. Down low inside, taken away by Bean. Student Princess now on the break. It's Emma Keto with it. She drives, goes up with the scoop layup, can't get it to go. Rebound, Reese Triplett. Triplett now pushing the pace. Will swing it over here to Lily Sweeney. Sweeney steps into the open mid-range. In and out, no good. Rebound to Altenberger.
Great shot.
So Heidelberg will have it now. Keto up top to Altenberger. Extra pass over to Persinger. She steps into a 3. That's too strong. Rebound, Abby McElroy. McElroy pushing the pace now for Mount Union. Wants to feed it down one side to Schlosser. Taken away though by Bean.
It's her second in a row.
Heidelberg will have it now with 2.5 left to go here in this first half. So Mari Slaughter now looks to drive. She goes up with the layup. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound, Lily Sweeney. Sweeney pushing the pace. We'll give it over here to Mucci. Mucci up top now to McElroy. Raiders are going to get set in their offense now as Lily Sweeney on the perimeter. We'll give it back here to Mucci in the corner. Mucci steps back in here for a 3. Well contested and blocked by Cheyenne Bean. Omari Slaughter now with it. Defended here by Mucci. Swing it over to Persinger. Now back over to Bean. Right back to Persinger. Now Cheyenne Bean, the extra pass over here to Keto. Right back to Cheyenne down low in the post. Cut off on the baseline though. Gives it over to Altenberger. Couldn't get the shot to go. Fight for the board. Addison Mucci tips it to herself. A 3-on-1 break for Mount Union. Down low inside Reese Triplett to the rim for 2.
Great pass, steal by Addison Mucci there.
And off the inbound right here, Persinger just throws that one over the head of Omari Slaughter, out of bounds. Purple Raider basketball.
This is going to be big for the Purple Raiders here. 5-point lead. Chance here to make it 7 or 8. And then still another possession you'll get back. So really, really good stretch coming up for the Purple Raiders.
Inbound now to Tess Conroy, who just checked back into the ballgame with Elizabeth Mason. Mason tries to get it right back to Conroy, but tipped out of bounds by Chloe Gilbert.
Boy, they missed Elizabeth Mason on the roll there. Wide open in the paint. Could have had a little quick 2.
So now Lily Sweeney with it. She'll swing it around here. Tess Conroy. Conroy tries to get it down low inside to Elizabeth Mason to the rim for 2.
Showing her presence in the paint tonight.
33-26 off the inbound. Lily Sweeney with the steal and to the rim for 2. Timeout, Student Princess. The Raiders starting to force a lot of turnovers, and it's paying off.
Like I said, pressing the gas pedal, had a really big opportunity to end this half really, really strong and kind of put a dagger in before Heidelberg walks into halftime. And a really good job there. Quick bucket inside, gets the steal, another bucket, turnover before that. So really, really strong ending this first half. Still 1 minute and 7 to play. Able to keep this press on, maybe force another turnover, make this 11, even a 12-point deficit for Heidelberg, which if you're Mount Union going into halftime is really, really solid in terms of how well you're playing defense here tonight. So something to look forward to in the final 1 minute and 7 seconds left. Will Heidelberg start to break this press and keep the ball, or will Mount Union prevail?
We shall see here. It's been a tale of 2 quarters for the Student Princes. 18 points in that first quarter. They shot 7 of 15 overall, 46% from the floor, 2 for 5 from downtown. Here in the second quarter, they're 0 for 3 from downtown, 2 for 11 overall from the floor, 18%. Purple Raiders, meanwhile, shooting 44% in the second quarter, and they're outscoring the Student Princes 17-8 after that tied first quarter. So really, Mount Union turning up that defensive pressure, and it's paying off here, especially towards the end of the quarter. I
was going to say the strategy's working. Make Heidelberg shoot 3s, 0 for 3 in that second quarter, and some turnovers. That's what you want to see if you're Mount Union.
Emma Keto now with it. Draws the double team, now kicks it over to Chloe Gilbert. Gilbert guarded closely here by Tess Conroy. Under a minute to go here now in the half. Swing the ball around the perimeter. Now over here to Cammie Whitaker, who checked in for the first time today. She swings over to Gilbert for the three. No good. Rebound, Michaela Dunkel.
And you want to waste a lot of time on this clock and get a bucket.
Conroy kicks it over to Dunkel. Now over to Elizabeth Mason. About a 15-second difference between shot clock and game clock. It's Conroy. Extra pass over to Lily Sweeney for the three. That's no good. Long rebound to Cheyenne Bean. Shot clock turned off here for the Student Princes. They can hold it for the final shot of the quarter. Instead, Persinger will step into a three. We've got a whistle, though. A traveling violation before she got the shot up. So ball back to Mountain Union.
I think Susie Finette got in his ear because that's the third time she's got happy feet and shot the ball. And it's the first time we've seen it travel tonight. So
now 22 seconds left to go here in this first half. It's Purple Raider basketball. They've got a foul on the perimeter. This one's going to go on Emma Quito. That's going to be her first, team's third.
15.3 seconds. Shot clock is turned off. We'll see if Mount Union can dial something up here.
Triplet swings it over here to Lily Sweeney. Sweeney now gives it over to Tess Conroy. Conroy with 7 seconds on the shot clock gives it over here. Elizabeth Mason now back up top. Reese Triplet for the three off the front of the rim. No good. Offensive rebound, Elizabeth Mason, a whistle and a jump ball with .1 left on the clock. And possession arrow in favor of Mountain Union, so they can get kind of a shot up here. They're going to have to throw an alley-oop.
And a tip. Got to tip it.
We shall see if they're able to do so here. Sweeney up top to Mason, got the shot up, but they are going to say no. I don't know about that, though. It looked like she might have gotten that off.
I think she held on to it too long. It wasn't a tip. She caught it and threw it. In the rule book of basketball, you need at least .9 seconds left to get a true traditional shot off. Otherwise, it's got to be a tip of your fingers. She clearly caught it. Tough call. I mean, it's tough it went in, but it is the right call by the referee. All in all, though, great play to end the half, and 9-point lead for Purple Raiders going into the half.
Mountain Union shooting 39% from the floor compared to Heidelberg's 33. Day-Day Nash has a game-high 9. Elizabeth Mason with 8, and Lily Sweeney here on her senior day with 5 points for the Purple Raiders. They have that 35-26 advantage. We're going to take a short break here on the live stream. We'll be back with second half action here momentarily. And we are back here on the women's basketball live stream, getting you ready for second half action between your Mountain Union Purple Raiders and the Heidelberg Student Princes here at the halftime break. Mountain Union on top, 35-26. Hello again, everyone. My name is Jacob Batar. Alongside me up here in the bleachers is my man BK, Brennan Kearns. And BK, very strong second quarter after we were tied at the end of one there for Mountain Union. Now they're on top by 9. What do they have to do to kind of close things out here in the second half?
I thought they did a really good job of keeping them out of the paint, especially in that second quarter, really making them shoot the three ball. Not a statistically a great three-point shooting team, so I think that's kind of the motive here. Make them shoot it from deep, rebound strongly, play really strong defense, keep this press up, start causing turnovers. And I think the Purple Raiders did a really good job of setting down the gas pedal there at the end of that second quarter, really keeping the momentum on their side, and just going into the locker room with a positive level head. Heidelberg's going to need to come out here and start forcing some mistakes from this Mount Union squad if they want to stay in this one, because I have a feeling they're going to keep this press on, keep striving for turnovers, and they're going to make Heidelberg's second half really difficult to make this one a comeback. So we will see how this second half gets rolling.
Incredible stat here, BK. As Heidelberg started out the game shooting 7 for 11 from the floor, they finished the half 2 for 16. That's just credit to that Mountain Union defense. They really turned it up as the half went on. We are underway here, though, in the second half, and it's going to be a turnover here for the Student Princes. Right on cue, that Mountain Union defense still coming out strong.
And really strong rotations, cutting her off at the baseline, caused a really high throw there down to the corner. You see a lot of pressure here for the Purple Raider squad.
So Day Nash up top here now to Elizabeth Mason. Mason now with it. We'll give it over here to Lily Sweeney. Sweeney stepping back. We'll swing it around here to Reese Triplett. She'll step into a three. That's no good. Fight for the board. Into the hands here of Emma Keto. Keto now in transition. We'll kick it out here around now to Ashley Ballard. Ballard over to Amari Slaughter. Slaughter looks to drive. Goes up with the shot. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound into the hands of Reese Triplett. So the Raiders now on the break here. Day Nash. Right behind here now to Triplett, back over to Nash, around the perimeter they go. It's Elizabeth Mason with it. Up top, Michaela Dunkel thought about the three. Instead feeds it down low inside to Elizabeth Mason in the post. Goes up with the layup.
They keep feeding her. She's going to finish that every single time, and it is 4 sure points for this squad.
So Elizabeth Mason now with 10 points. The Raiders coming out with the press here. Heidelberg's able to break it. It's Chloe Gilbert swinging it over to Ashley Ballard. We got a whistle, and it's a traveling violation. Ball back here to Mountain Union.
I think that's a carry, but either way, it still works. However, great turnover there for Mount Union. 1-on-2 still creates the turnover. They're going to need to keep doing that here.
High post, Elizabeth Mason now with it. Mason hands it off here to Reese Triplett. Back over here to Elizabeth as she looks to go to work in the post. Mason now kicks it out here to Triplett. Back around here, Day Nash, 10 on the shot clock. Lily Sweeney tries to get it down low inside to Dunkel. Couldn't catch it though, out of bounds. It's going to be Heidelberg basketball. So 8:14 left to go here in this third quarter. It's 37-26 Mountain Union, their largest lead of the ball game. See Haley Haywood back in here for Reese Triplett. It's now Chloe Gilbert with it. She'll be defended here in the backcourt by Day Nash. And now Elizabeth Mason will come up with a trap. Heidelberg's able to get out of it here quickly. It's Amari Slaughter now with it. Slaughter will look to drive. She kicks it out to Chloe Gilbert. Gilbert now puts it on the floor, swings it back out to Slaughter. Slaughter looks to drive, trying to get it back out here. It's Chloe Gilbert for the three. That's no good. Offensive board, Morgan Altenberger. She'll swing it out here. It's Keto and Emma Keto, nothing but net for 2.
Pushing the pace.
37-28 now is Dunkel down low inside. Day Nash. She goes up with the scoop layup once again, and Day Nash to the rim for 2.
So good at finishing like that. I don't know how she does it. Finds a way to scoop it in the basket.
39-28 as Chloe Gilbert now looks to drive. Gilbert will kick it out here. It's Amari Slaughter driving her way into the paint, nearly lost the ball, and she will indeed. Day Nash comes up with the steal and is going to get fouled here by Slaughter. That'll be her second, team's first.
Great hustle play there by the Raiders. You really love what you see from presses when they're working. Such a beauty of art, and you're picking up steals and gathering points and just creating momentum at every turn. Purple Raiders doing a really good job here tonight, speeding up this offense even when they're not successful in getting steals.
Sierra Schlosser, Alexa Cadillac back in here now for the Purple Raiders. Schlosser has it in the high post. She'll hand it off here to Haley Haywood. Haywood now up top. Day now, she pump fakes, looks to drive, goes up now with the mid-range. That one's no good. Fight for the board, into the hands of the Student Princes. Slaughter now in transition. We'll kick it over to Keto. Keto up top, gives it over to Chloe Gilbert. Gilbert now spins away into the paint, kicks it back out to Keto for the three. That's too strong. Long rebound. Still fighting for it over there by that Student Prince bench, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last off, Heidelberg, Mount Union basketball.
Keto was fighting hard for that offensive rebound. Almost potentially got a foul there. Kind of got out of one. Nonetheless, it'll remain Purple Raider basketball. Addie Mucci will check in the game for Day Nash.
And right on cue, Mucci will bring it up here for Mount Union. Around here to Haley Haywood. Haywood up top to Cadillac. Cadillac now back over here to Mucci. Mucci down low inside to Audrey Livesay, who also checked in at that last stoppage and play. And Livesay back up here to Mucci. 10 on the shot clock as Mucci's pass is going to be taken away here by the Student Princes. Gilbert now in transition, gives it over to Cheyenne Bean. Bean drives, couldn't get it to go. Rebound, Addie Mucci. Mucci now bringing it up the floor here for the Purple Raiders. Goes behind the back. Now steps back here at the three-point line. Mucci now kicks it over. Audrey Livesay. Audrey will step into a three. That's no good. Fight for the board into the hands of Altenberger. So now Student Princes looking to go coast to coast. Down low inside Cheyenne Bean. She'll swing it out to an open man. It's Alicia Carter for three. That's no good. Fight for the board. Out of bounds. Last off Keto. It's Mount Union ball.
Been a quiet third quarter. 4 points for Mount Union, 2 points for Heidelberg. Very strong defensive start of the second half. We'll see if the Purple Raiders can draw something up here, get the wheels turning a little bit.
Around here now to Haley Haywood. Up top to Schlosser. Back over here, Addie Mucci. Mucci swings it back around here now to Livesay. Livesay 10 on the shot clock, gives it over to Cadillac. Cadillac takes a screen from Livesay, drives into the paint, nearly lost the handle. Goes up with the layup though, 4-2, a nice strong take by the freshman. And off the inbound, Cadillac is going to pick up the loose ball on the steal from Haley Haywood. Haywood now steps into a three. That's no good. Fight for the rebound. It's going to be a foul. It's going to go on Sierra Schlosser, her first team's first ball back here to Heidelberg.
And a loose ball foul there from Schlosser, but just playing hard. Going for the rebound, kind of got caught up going for that one, but nonetheless, it will stay to Heidelberg after that Mount Union steal, and they're going to keep pressing the issue and speeding up this offense of Heidelberg.
So the Student Princes will bring it up here with 4:56 left to go in this third quarter. 41-28 Mount Union, their largest lead in the ball game here at 13 points. As Jewel Persinger will kick it around here to Carter. Carter now over to Altenberger. Altenberger cut off on the baseline here. Great defense by Livesay, and Schlosser got a whistle and a jump ball possession arrow in favor of Mount Union.
She shuffled her shoes quite a bit on that baseline. I can't believe getting to get the travel before the jump ball, but nonetheless, it's going to go to the Purple Raiders basketball. Great trap defense by Livesay and Schlosser down there.
So Day will bring it up here now for Mount Union. She'll swing it around here to Haley Haywood. Haywood now gives it up here to Cadillac. Cadillac back over to Sierra Schlosser. Schlosser down low inside to Day Nash. Couldn't get the layup to go. Rebound here to the Student Princes.
She almost found the little window. So close.
Emma Keto now with it. Up top, high post, Morgan Altenberger. Altenberger once again looking to drive. This time goes up with the shot. Had it blocked by Livesay. Haley Haywood tried to save the possession, but out of bounds. It will remain Student Prince basketball.
Elizabeth Mason and Michaela Dunkel checking back in. Audrey Livesay and Sierra Schlosser take a seat. be Heidelberg basketball from the baseline. The referee's going to talk about something, confirming who that. Confirming substitutes, I think.
As Reese Triplett is a late substitute here for Mount Union. Inbound here to Keto. And then Makito now with it. Nearly taken away by Cadillac, but into the hands here of Persiger. Persiger now looks to drive. Kicks out to Carter. Extra pass to Ashley Ballard for the wide open three. That's nothing but net. Great ball movement there for the Student Princes from downtown. 41-31. It's Cadillac now over here to Elizabeth Mason. Mason will look to drive baseline. Now kicks it out to Day Nash. Will step into the corner three. That's no good. Rebound Heidelberg.
2 of 19 for the Purple Raiders from the three-point line.
And we've got a whistle and a foul's going to go here on Cadillac. That's going to be her first, team second. Cheyenne Bean, she was 5 for 10 from the line in the first half. She's going back to the free throw line for free throws number 11 and 12.
10% three-point percentage here for the Purple Raiders, 38% from the field. Heidelberg, 31% field goal percentage and 23.1% three-point percentage here so far.
Cheyenne Bean goes 2 for 2 from the line, now 7 for 12 for the contest. She's got 9 points, and it's now 41-33 in favor of Mount Union. Quick little 5-0 run here for the Student Princes now. As up top, it's Michaela Dunkel. Extra pass over to Reese Triplett. She'll step into a three that's short. Nearly grabbed her own miss, and the rebound here to the Student Princes.
Yeah, just not falling their way from deep tonight.
Heidelberg now with it. Down low inside to Makito, looking to drive, and she's going to draw the whistle. The foul there on Lily Sweeney will be her second, team's third. That's going to send Makito to the line for 2.
This team, Mount Union, has been so successful tonight in the paint. And you're going to look to see if they start indulging a little bit more into that category as the deep ball is not falling for them tonight. Maybe get to the free throw line a little bit. We'll see how the strategy changes here in the last 13 minutes.
So Keto made the first free throw, trying to go 2 for 2 from the line. It's able to do so.
To back that up, 34 points in the paint tonight for your Purple Raiders.
Absolutely incredible right there. All their points in the paint, minus 1 3-pointer, or 2 3-pointers, my apologies, and then just the 1 free throw. So just incredible there for Mount Union so far here this afternoon. Around the perimeter, it's Elizabeth Mason going right back to that paint. Couldn't get it to go. We got a whistle, though, and it's going to be a foul going on. The Student Princes should send Elizabeth Mason to the line for 2 as the foul there on Ashley Ballard.
Yeah, and I haven't seen many free throws from this Purple Raiders squad, despite 34 points in the paint. Just 1 for 6 from the free throw line tonight. To give you a comparison, the Student Princes are 10 of 19 from the free throw line, so they have been living at the charity stripe in this event tonight. Mount Union getting their fair share here. Elizabeth Mason's first is up and good.
So Elizabeth Mason just 1 point off now from her season average of 12 points per contest. And now she does indeed have 12. It's 43-35. Elizabeth Mason 2 for 2 from the line.
We're going to see a little trap coming here.
So Student Princes here trying to cut back into the deficit once more. It's Morgan Altenberger now down low inside at Makito. A whistle though, and Day Nash took another charge. And she's feeling the effects after that. Slow to get up just a little bit. But it looks like Day will be okay. She kind of limps off there just a little.
Yeah, charges are never easy to take. You hit that hardwood pretty hard, and it's an art on how to fall after taking a charge. Really brace yourself. And Day Nash is figuring that one out here soon.
Day now over here to Reese Triplett. Triplett around here to Lily Sweeney. Now back up top to Nash. Back over here to Reese. And Triplett now will give it over here. Elizabeth Mason, she'll look to drive. Nearly taken away by Makito. Out of bounds will remain Purple Raider basketball. So Addie Mucci now checks back in. Day Nash will take a seat. So Mucci will get set here on the inbound. Inbounds it to Elizabeth Mason. Mason now looks to drive, goes up with the layup. 4-2, a strong take from Elizabeth Mason.
And it does not get stronger than that.
45-35. We got another turnover here in the backcourt caused by that Mount Union press. Great job there from the Purple Raiders.
Great hands, and Elizabeth Mason to score the free throws and then forces that ill-advised pass there for the turnover. She is having a really big end of this third quarter, giving this team the spark they need, really further this lead.
Inbound here to Mucci, now over to Elizabeth Mason. Back up top, Lily Sweeney. Swinging around here to Mucci. Mucci now looking where to go with it here. Looks to drive. Goes up with the layup. Can't quite get it to go. Rebound here to Student Princes. Minute 38 left to go here in the third quarter. Mount Union on top, 45-35. Morgan Altenberger now will look to drive. Kicks it over to Cheyenne Bean. Bean, extra pass over here to Keto. She thought about the three, now puts it on the floor. Keto tries to get it down low inside to Cheyenne Bean. Over her head, though, it goes out of bounds. It's Mount Union ball.
That is the 16th turnover Mount Union has forced, maybe 17. We'll see if the live stats update it. I'm not sure if that's the updated one or not. However, 17 or 16 turnovers Mount Union has forced here tonight before the fourth quarter. Really strong defensive effort from them in this one.
So Conroy now up top to Mucci. Mucci swings it back over to Tess Conroy. She'll step into the open three. That's no good. Rebound here to Alicia Carter. Carter pushing the pace here for Heidelberg. Gives it over to Chloe Gilbert. Gilbert now into the paint. Goes up with the layup and gets it to go. 45-37 in favor of Mount Union. Mucci around here now to Tess Conroy. Back up top, Michaela Dunkel. Now over here to Lily Sweeney. Sweeney over to Mucci. Mucci will step into the three. That's no good. Offensive board nearly into the hands of Conroy. Tried to save it, though. Out of bounds. And they'll say it's Mount Union basketball. Last off the Student Princes.
I think more or less that was should have been a foul. It wasn't called, so we're going to stay here. Good job by the referees there. I thought, kind of just a hustle play, 50-50 ball, and it's really hard to make a lot of calls on that sometimes. A lot of it is accidental or step on foot or whatever, so good call there by the referee.
Inbound here to Addie Mucci. Mucci now looks to drive her way into the paint, gets to the rim for two. A strong take there from Mucci. 47-37, 26 seconds left to go, and a whistle and a 5-second violation. The Raiders cause another turnover in the backcourt.
That's why you put Sierra Slosher down there at the helm. Long and lengthy and can force you turnovers. 5-second call there. Mount Union going to keep pressing this 10-point lead.
Mucci here will inbound it to an open Audrey Livesay to the rim for two. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound Cheyenne Bean. And Bean's going to draw a whistle there. The foul's going to go on Schlosser, her second, team's fourth. So no penalty situation yet. Heidelberg ball with 21 seconds left to go.
Yeah, that's one of those moments you got to just go straight up as soon as you catch it. She kind of hesitated there, allowed some defense to rally back to the block, and you see the result.
So Student Princes will have it now. Can take the final shot of the quarter. Chloe Gilbert now with it. Swing the ball around to Morgan Altenberger. Back over here to Gilbert. Gilbert putting it on the floor, looking to drive here on Conroy. Now swings it over to Cheyenne Bean. Bean out up top here to Slaughter. Slaughter with 1 second left. Gets the shot up but couldn't get it to go. Rebound Schlosser. That is how the third quarter will end. A 47-37 lead for Mount Union heading into the fourth and final frame. BK, your thoughts on that third quarter?
It started off as a slow third quarter, but picked up very quickly in a lot of different ways. This game very much still a game, very much still in reach. 10 points is just a couple turnovers, couple buckets, and they're right back in it. So Mount Union really going to keep pressing this gas pedal, not going to allow Heidelberg any sort of wiggle room to get back into this one. Doing a really good job of forcing turnovers. I believe last we looked at it, Mount Union 38 points in the paint, Heidelberg 14 points in the paint. So a clear dividend there. But that live stat on turnovers did get corrected. It is 18-10 Mount Union leading in the turnover category with only 10. So doing a really good job here of forcing and giving themselves extra possessions. On top of that, their offensive rebounds have been stellar here tonight. So if they keep playing the way they've been playing all game long, they should walk out of this one with a pretty breezed wind. But still very much intact in a close game. So we will see how this fourth quarter unravels.
Without a doubt, and with the stoppage of play, we're going to take a look at the men's side of things right now. Mount Union and Heidelberg. The Purple Raiders now on top 63-51 with 10 minutes left to go in that matchup. Corey Hudson, he's leading the way for Mount Union right now with 19 points. Christian Parker has 13. Marcus Steele has 12 as the Purple Raider men's basketball team also looking to try to pick up a win here up in Tiffin, Ohio today. Let's just start the fourth here. It's going to be out of bounds off Michaela Dunkel. Will remain Heidelberg basketball.
Heads up play there by Alicia Carter, though. Throw it off her foot.
So Alicia Carter will get set to inbound. It's now Chloe Gilbert with it. Gilbert swings it out up top. It's Amari Slaughter for three. That's no good. Out of bounds. Last off the Student Princes. It's Mount Union ball. So Day Nash will bring it up the floor here now. Nash swings it out up top. Elizabeth Mason. Mason hands it off now to Lily Sweeney. Back up top. It's Day Nash. Nash looking to go to work here with 15 on the shot clock. Will swing it back over to Sweeney. Sweeney steps into the open mid-range. Couldn't quite get it to go. Fight for the board. It's in the hands of Bean. Cheyenne Bean trying to get it to Alicia Carter, but out of her reach right there. Out of bounds back here to Mount Union.
Keep adding this total. 10-point lead. 9:15 to play.
Day will give it up here now to Elizabeth Mason. Mason will hand it off now. Tess Conroy. Conroy up top. Lily Sweeney. Sweeney steps into a three at the top of the key. Too strong. Rebound Cheyenne Bean. Chloe Gilbert now with it. She looks to drive. Goes up with the layup and runs around and in. Wow, that took about 2 or 3 spins around, but it's good for Chloe Gilbert. Back to a single-digit game as Tess Conroy down low inside to Michaela Dunkel. Goes up with the layup. Can't get it to go. Rebound Cheyenne Bean.
Great strong take, though. That's what you want every time.
Still very much anybody's basketball game here as Amari Slaughter gets to the rim for 2, and just like that, it's a 6-point Mount Union lead. Sweeney now with it. Raiders looking to get on the board here in this fourth quarter. First 4 points of the quarter have went to the Student Princes. Conroy now will look to drive into the paint. Kicks it out to Michaela Dunkel. She thought about the three. Now instead drives into the paint. Goes up with the mid-range. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound now to Elizabeth Mason to the rim for 2, but she couldn't get it. Chloe Gilbert will take it now for the Student Princess. She looks to drive. Tries to get it to Cheyenne Bean. It's taken away by Elizabeth Mason. One-on-one break here as Mason looks to go up for the layup. Great recovery from Morgan Altenberger. It's out of bounds. It's going to be Mount Union ball.
And Elizabeth Mason did a great job getting that steal and then pressing the gas pedal, but you got to keep that one away from the defender there, high and away, so they don't get the early ones on the steals. But that's how you get your and ones too. But nonetheless, Elizabeth Mason is such a strong finisher down low. You won't see that mistake twice.
So Day will get set to inbound it here. Kicks it out to Reese Triplett. Triplett fires up the three off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound though to Day Nash. She's going to go up with the shot and draw the whistle. A nice offensive board there from Nash. She does the foul on Amari Slaughter, her third, team second.
And that's something you can always count on is some offensive rebounds from Day Nash. Although small and smaller among a lot of the guards that she is faced up with night in and night out, but still always finds a way to find that crease inside and come up with some of these offensive rebounds. Going around for 2 free ones here for Day Nash. First one is up and good. Just barely gets the friendly roll.
48-41 Mountain Union. Correction, that was just the first team foul of this fourth quarter for Heidelberg Student Princes. Day gets Mountain Union on the board here in this fourth quarter with 2 free throws, 49-41. So now here come the Student Princes trying to cut back into that deficit here once more. 7.5 minutes to go. Now Ashley Ballard with it. Ballard on the perimeter will swing it around here to Keto. Down low inside, Cheyenne Bean looking to go to work. She goes up with the shot, gets it to go. 6-point Mountain Union lead. So 49-43, Day Nash now with it. She'll swing it around here to Elizabeth Mason. Mason looks to drive, kicks it back out to Triplett. Triplett now puts it on the floor, kicks it right back to Elizabeth as Mason drives into the paint, kicks it over to Audrey Livesay for the shot from the elbow, which is good.
Finds a way to make it work, but Mount Union need to keep scoring, keep pressing on this lead. Here comes the press.
51-43. Ashley Ballard now with it. Cross court. We'll swing it over here to Slaughter. Slaughter down low inside. Great pick and roll action between her and Cheyenne Bean. Cheyenne Bean's got 13 now. It's 51-45. Livesay will step into a three and back-to-back big buckets from Audrey Livesay from downtown that time, 54-45.
Got to give credit where it's due. Comes in big time. And they've got the Raiders' last 5 points. Gets this back to a 10-point lead.
Amari Slaughter trying to return the favor. That one's no good. Fight for the board, out of bounds. Last off Emma Keto.
Great fight by Haywood there for the 50-50 ball. Go Mount Union's way, and they're going to need to keep pressing points as Heidelberg is looking to score quickly.
So 6:10 now left to go. It's 54-45 Mount Union. As Addie Mucci back in here for Mount Union. Audrey Livesay, 5 straight points for the Purple Raiders, 5 big points for Mount Union.
Huge.
They're struggling here to start the fourth, but Livesay has given them a spark as now Elizabeth Mason joins the party here. A strong take for 2. 56-45, Mason knocks that ball out of bounds. Will remain Heidelberg basketball.
She's going to keep adding to that average total.
We get set here for the inbound. Emma Keto now will give it over to Chloe Gilbert. Heidelberg breaks the press. And now Ashley Ballard will drive. We've got a whistle and a blocking foul. It's going to be called here on Livesay. It's going to be her second, team's first.
Hey, you gotta statue up real quick and take the charge there. 2-on-1. You know she's going to either try to dish it off or give you a fake. And your best course of action is to sit there solid and take the shoulder, get the offensive foul called on Heidelberg. Tough blocking call there.
It's set here for the inbound. It was not a shooting foul. Keto will inbound it here. It's Chloe Gilbert. She looks to drive into the paint. Down low inside now to Morgan Altenberger. Altenberger pivots and now swings it back out on the perimeter. 10 on the shot clock here as Emma Keto looks to weave her way into the defense. Gives it up to a cutter in Altenberger. Couldn't get it to go. A late whistle though. Foul's going to go on Mount Union and Morgan Altenberger to the line for 2.
Late whistle indeed, and you wonder if he saw something on the landing or what, but nonetheless. Number 23, Morgan Altenberger, will go to the line for Heidelberg, down 11. And first one is no good.
So it will remain 56-45.
This will be their 21st attempt at the free throw line tonight.
So it's now 56-46 as Altenberger will split the pair right there. 5.5 left to go here now at the MAC. Near steal by Altenberger. But into the hands of Elizabeth Mason. Now over here to Addie Mucci. Mucci up top to Haywood. Haywood looks to drive, goes up with a shot. Couldn't get it to go. A rebound here to the Student Princes. Cross court here now to Mari Slaughter. Slaughter up top, gives it over to Gilbert. Now over to Altenberger. Altenberger looks to drive, goes up with the layup, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound on the floor. Got a whistle, jump ball, possession arrow in favor of Mount Union.
With 4:55 to play left, you want to be conscious of how many fouls you can give. Got 3 left before they're in the bonus. So Mount Union going to keep playing aggressive, keep trying to force these turnovers.
So Day-Day Nash will walk it up the floor, swings it over here to Lily Sweeney. Sweeney down low inside. Day-Day Nash goes up with the scoop layup for 2, 58-46. Chloe Gilbert will weave her way through the defense, and Heidelberg needs some points here quickly. Trailing now back by 12 with 4:30 left to go. And the whistle, that ball is going to go out of bounds. Let's see, last off Mount Union will remain Student Prince basketball.
Heidelberg needing a bucket in a big way here.
now off the inbound. Chloe Gilbert goes up on one leg, could not get it to go. Tipped out though, it's an offensive board to Amari Slaughter. Slaughter now out to Emma Keto. She steps into a three, that's no good. Rebound Dunkel. Michaela Dunkel tried to get that over to Day Nash, but soars over her head, out of bounds. Ball goes back here to Heidelberg.
Got to take care of your possessions here late.
So Student Princess here now once again. Another opportunity to try to cut into that deficit. Just 4 minutes now left for them to do so. It's Emma Keto now drives, tries to get it down low inside to Altenberger. And that one is going to draw a crowd and draw a jump ball. Possession arrow will remain in favor of the Student Princes.
A lot of fights for some 50-50s here, and goes to show how much both of these teams want it. We've been looking at Mount Union a lot today. They are certainly fighting for a lot of these 50-50 balls. 13 offensive rebounds to Heidelberg 6. Not to mention, forced 20 turnovers to Mount Union's 11. Both benches playing really well in this one. 18 bench points for Mount Union and 14 bench points for Heidelberg. However, Heidelberg 5 blocks to Mount Union's 0. So Mount Union just very much more established in the paint tonight. 44 points in the paint in comparison to Heidelberg's 22. Just not been Mount Union's game from deep tonight. Not shooting the three ball very well. Doesn't really matter. They're still playing very excellent. 3 of 25 for 12% from 3 tonight for the Purple Raiders. 3 of 16, 18% for Heidelberg. So not a battle from deep tonight.
As around the perimeter they go out of the timeout. Reese Triplett a near steal, but the Student Princes will recover it here. Ashley Ballard now with it. With just 3 on the shot clock, need to get something off as Emma Keto fires up a 3, and it's nothing but net.
That's a big bucket for Heidelberg.
Still not out of it. It's 58-49, 3.5 left to go here at the MAC. Day Nash now with it. She swings it out up top to Lily Sweeney. We got a whistle and a traveling violation is going to be called. And the Purple Raiders ball goes back to the Student Princes.
Yeah, I wasn't looking gracefully enough. She might have just shuffled her shoes on the catch there, and got to take care of your possessions late in this one. 9-point game, 3:20 to go. Still a lot of time left.
As now it will be Chloe Gilbert looking to drive here. She'll kick it out here to Emma Keto. Keto puts it on the floor, kicks it out to Altenberger. Altenberger now back to Gilbert. Gilbert, extra pass to Keto. Does she have another 3? Yes, she does. Nothing but net. Back-to-back 3s from Emma Keto. It's 58-52. Day now will push the pace for Mount Union. Goes up with the layup. Can't get it to go. Elizabeth Mason, though, offensive rebound. Purple Raiders here. They can take some time off the clock if they want. Instead, Susie Vanette's going to take a timeout, talk things over. 2:49 left here in this one. 58-52 Mount Union.
Mount Union just kind of getting a little careless with the basketball late right now. A couple of turnovers, missed opportunities in the last minute, 15 seconds or so. Allowed 2 threes at the same time, so really need to hammer down some defense. You know that they're going for these threes. You can't allow pick and screen fades to open up, especially from who we've been seeing hit it, and Emma Keto. So Purple Raiders are going to come out here in something a little different, I think, on a defensive strategy, and they're going to keep trying to put points in the bucket. The more they score, you can't lose. You keep scoring the basketball. So, I mean, defense is going to be key, but so is offense here down the stretch with 2:49 left to play in this fourth quarter.
So Purple Raiders trying to close things out here again with a win. They'd still very much be in consideration for that 6th seed in the OAC tournament. So this is a big one here today for Mount Union. Reese Triplett now with it on the perimeter. Triplett will swing it out up top to Sweeney. A near steal by Altenberger. It's back over into the hands of Triplett now. She kicks it over to Elizabeth Mason. 2 on the shot clock. Fires up a 3. It's no good. Rebound Altenberger. Student Princes with a lot of momentum here now. As Emma Keto will drive. Nearly turns it over. Instead kicks it out to Ballard. Around here to Slaughter. Slaughter over to Gilbert. Gilbert now looks to drive into the paint. Goes up with the shot. A whistle. Blocking foul is going to go on Day Nash. Her 3rd, team's 3rd. Chloe Gilbert to the line for 2 crucial free throws here.
Yeah, you got to stop the drive down, cut it off before they get too get quite towards the block there. There's not a lot of help, and Day Nash is a late arrival to get the blocking call against her. You want to be careful if you're Mount Union already looking at 3 fouls. You don't want to put Heidelberg in the bonus and keep giving them easy ones when you're letting them back into this game a little bit. So cautious for your Purple Raiders.
1 for 2 from the line right there from Chloe Gilbert, so it's going to be a 5-point Mount Union lead. 58-53, 2:11 left to go here.
Need a bucket here so you can hold the rock on your next possession for some free throws. But you need a bucket here if you're Mount Union.
Day now with it, swings it up top here to Elizabeth Mason, down low inside to Michaela Dunkel, nearly taken away, but into the hands of Reese Triplett. Triplett now back over here to Mason with 5 on the shot clock. Feeds it down low inside, a great pass to Michaela Dunkel.
Such great end of game poise from Michaela Dunkel.
60-53. Keto steps into another and she buries another. 60-56.
And that's why you needed that bucket on the other end if you were Mount Union. And here comes another one, Day Nash.
Nash couldn't get the shot to go. Fortunately, though, for Mount Union, Heidelberg unable to corral the rebound. Out of bounds will remain Purple Raider ball.
Absolutely, you need a bucket here if you're Mount Union. Haven't been able to stop the three-pointer.
So Day on the inbound, tries to get it to Elizabeth Mason. Out of bounds, though, will remain Purple Raider basketball. 1:26 left to go. And Susie Vanette is going to take another timeout here, draw up the out-of-bounds play. Mount Union clinging onto that 4-point lead, trying to close things out here at the MAC.
And you know, when you've got a lead like they did late, you can't let up on that gas pedal. Got to give credit where it's due. Emma Keto has hit 3 threes in a very quick succession. You know, not something you can do, but it's time to start denying her the ball and make somebody else do it. And you've done a really good job all night long of making them miss 3-pointers and take ill-advised 3-pointers, but they hit 3 big ones back to back to back. So now it's time to start maybe denying Emma Keto the ball. You know they need threes, you know they want threes, but still a 1:26 with 4-point differential in the scores. And if you're Mount Union here, absolutely you need a bucket. Absolutely you need a bucket. 4 points is not a comfortable lead with 1:26 left. You need a bucket so that they feel the need to keep fouling.
Inbound here to Day Nash out of the timeout. In the high post now, Elizabeth Mason. Mason fakes the handoff to Nash, now drives to the paint. 4-2, Elizabeth Mason with a bucket.
That's so big. Her poise deep in game is so solid, so fundamental.
62-56, Emma Keto drives, goes up with the layup. Can't get it to go. Great defense from Lily Sweeney. Altenberger, though, grabs the miss. Now out here to Chloe Gilbert. Under a minute to go here at the MAC. Swings it back up to Keto. She's got the hot hand right now. Keto, though, tries to get it to Altenberger. It's taken away by the Purple Raiders. Lily Sweeney with it. She'll kick it over to Elizabeth Mason, and Mason's going to be fouled in the backcourt. The student princes will have to do a little bit more of that as well. It's just their second foul of the quarter.
The Purple Raiders almost lost their steal there, and that would have been really big after a really big defensive possession from them. So,
and a whistle, and it looks like another timeout's going to be taken here by the Purple Raiders. Susie Vanette once again talking things over. 47.3 left to go. It's 62-56 Mount Union.
And 6-point lead of how they've been shooting the threes. Still a very easily tied 2-possession game for Heidelberg. So Mount Union needs to get the ball in the best free throw shooter's hands possible. A free throw shooter is going to be able to handle the rock, handle some pressure, but you know, can walk down and hit the free throw. So really, really crucial who they're going to try to get the ball to in this one. They can take 30 seconds left on this clock. They probably won't be able to do so. But we'll see if Heidelberg goes for the steal or goes for the foul.
So 47 seconds left. Purple Raiders with their final home game on Wednesday. They play host to the Marietta Pioneers, and then they'll wrap up their season next Saturday at Otterbein in what could be a winner going into the OAC tournament type game if the Raiders are able to hold on here and then pull off an upset over Marietta, as a foul there once again by the Student Princes, now the third team foul of the quarter.
Or they're going to have to get 2 more against the Purple Raiders here.
So Day Day will get set to inbound. She gets it over to Elizabeth Mason, and once again another foul here quickly with 43.9 now on the game clock. So Day Day will inbound it one more time, but will surely be another quick foul. They get it to Elizabeth Mason for the third straight time. They do not foul yet, and now do with 40.3 seconds left to go, and Elizabeth Mason is going to go to the line for 2.
And knocking these down, making this a 3-possession game is going to be absolutely crucial. Only need to hit one 6-point game, make this a 7-point game. And then once you have 3 possessions, you can play a really solid defensive possession, force a miss, and that game is basically in your hands. Elizabeth Mason to the line for 2, make this 19 and points 20.
First one is good for Elizabeth. Definitely the person you want to send to the line if you're Mount Union. She came into tonight's matchup shooting a team-high 83% from the free throw line this year.
As she should. The amount of time she takes it to the rack, she lives at the free throw line sometimes. Really big free throws there from the freshman late in the game.
64-56, the final timeout of the game here for Heidelberg. Just 40.3 seconds left to go.
And, if you're sitting in that huddle in your Heidelberg right now and head coach Rachel Meese, you're going to be drawing up a play, obviously, to try to get Emma Keto the ball. She's been hot from the three-point line, and the rest of the team really has not shown that same resilience throughout this game. So clearly going to get an elevator screen, some sort of cross action, a misdirection, some sort of play to try to get Emma Keto the ball, and it's going to be an interesting thing after that, because even if you do hit the 3, it's still a 2-possession game. 30-35 seconds left on the clock. So it's going to be a grind for Heidelberg if they want to come out and win this one with such a big lead that Mount Union's had. Although they let up a little bit. Emma Keto came in really big for them late in this fourth quarter stretch, but Mount Union hitting free throws, making big plays down the stretch to keep it where it's at.
And a score update from up in Tiffin, Ohio as well. That game nearly final on the men's basketball side of things. 1:30 left to go there. Mount Union on top, 81-70. Corey Hudson has 23 points for Mount Union in that matchup. Marcus Steele, 16. Christian Parker, 13. Looks like the men's basketball team is going to snap that 2-game losing streak, get back on their winning ways against Student Princes. And here on the women's side of things, Purple Raiders are just 40 seconds away from getting back-to-back wins after their 6-game losing streak, as a miss there off the inbound for the Student Princes. Elizabeth Mason has it, and she's going to be fouled here by Morgan Altenberger, and that's going to be Altenberger's 5th and final foul of the contest, which will send Elizabeth Mason to the line for 2.
2 free ones for the 83% free throw shooting freshman. 32 seconds left to play in this fourth quarter. Not as big of free throws as the last ones were, but still put away free throws. But this will still be a 3-possession game. No, it'll be a 4-possession game if she hits both of these. So I guess a pretty decently big free throws for her.
First free throw's up for Elizabeth, and good. Nearly came out of the hoop right there, but it goes down. So Elizabeth Mason, 26 points. She had a career high of that 26 points up at John Carroll earlier in the week. She's got 22 now today. Making a strong case for the OAC Player of the Week, I would have to say, is Elizabeth Mason.
Absolutely. She's got my vote.
Definitely mine too up here. 66-56 as Ashley Ballard now will look to drive. Gets up with the shot. Oh! Foul's going to go on Mason. It's going to be her first, team's third. Ashley Ballard to the line for 2.
That's a great defensive play. Got the block, stayed with her. Just an unfortunate call.
So Ashley Ballard here, 2 free throw attempts. First one's up and good, 66-57. Elizabeth Mason, though, tonight, 22 points, 8 rebounds for the freshman Day Day Nash, also with 15 points here today. Michaela Dunkel, she's really filled the stat sheet as well. 4 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists, as 2 free throws there for Ashley Ballard. And we're going to get another timeout now from Coach Susie Vanette with 20.7 seconds left to go in this one.
Yeah, maybe just trying to work on something, a press break, or just hitting all precautions, but kind of can just run the clock out right now. I'm not even sure they'll foul you on an inbound. They might go for a steal, but you're not going to get. Okay, so a timeout called so they could get moved to half court was probably more of the motive behind that one. Get a quick play and work on something. 20.7 seconds left to play in this fourth quarter. 66-58. Your Mount Union Purple Raiders are in the lead.
So just 20 seconds away from picking up a victory here. Taking a look at some scores from around the OAC right now. Currently Otterbein, the team that Mount Union is trailing for that sixth and final spot. They are losing right now to Muskingum 28-19 with a minute 20 left to go in the first half of that matchup. Ohio Northern on top over Capital at halftime, 29-24. Marietta on top over John Carroll right there as we wind down in the second quarter. That one 41-34. Mount Union, of course, will be playing Marietta in their next matchup. And then Baldwin Wallace is right now currently defeating Wilmington 31-19.
Like we said at the top of the broadcast, a very important game for the Purple Raiders.
We got a whistle and a foul here on the perimeter by Amari Slaughter with 18.5 seconds left to go. Her fourth, and that will send Day to the line for two.
Nash already in this one, 15 points.
So Day Nash can't hit the first, but the OAC standings right now as they are. Baldwin Wallace right now in first. Right behind them is Marietta. Capital and Ohio Northern are currently tied for third. Those four teams definitely in the OAC tournament. John Carroll, if they lose out, they could potentially miss out on the tournament. But right now, sitting well in fifth place, 2 games up over Muskingum and Mount Union. Then, of course, Otterbein is holding that last spot at 6-9 right now for sixth place in the OAC. And then the tie for seventh is Muskingum and Mount Union. As Chloe Gilbert will step into a three here. That's no good. Rebound to Day Nash. And they'll foul her once more with 8.4 seconds left to go. Nash back to the line for 2 more with Mount Union on top, 67-58.
Yeah, this one pretty much over here with 8.4. So we're just going to watch Day Nash shoot her free throws. Probably get another shot from Heidelberg. And your Purple Raiders will be celebrating this one here in Alliance.
68-58. As Mount Union set to improve to 9-14 on the season, 6-10 in OAC play. Again, very much alive to try to make that OAC tournament. Chloe Gilbert now drives, can't get the layup to go. Rebound, Reese Triplett, that'll do it. Here from the MAC, Mount Union comes away victorious here today, 68-58. BK, your thoughts on today's game?
Just a really dominant paint performance. I thought they did a really good job with the press tonight, forcing turnovers. They did a really good job in the turnover realm, created a lot of points for them on the back end. Got to credit Elizabeth Mason. She's been doing it night in and night out for this squad, and just a young player showing up when it matters the most. So right when this team is getting into the OAC play pool, great victory there for your Purple Raiders.
Without a doubt, Elizabeth Mason led the way with 22 points. Day Nash finished with 17. Lily Sweeney here on senior night finished with 5 points. Again, shout out to Lily Sweeney. Congratulations on a great Mount Union career. It's been great to be able to be a part of her Mount Union journey here as her family in the stands here today as well. They're loving it as Mount Union comes away victorious on that senior day, 68-58. A big-time performance. Mount Union still very much alive in the OAC tournament race. So for my partner, Brennan Kearns, I'm Jacob Attar signing off here from the MAC, and as always, it's a great day to be a Purple Raider.